What's up, everybody out there in internet land? It's me, Noah, or Mario. Oops.
Let's go.
There's Mario.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey. All right, I don't know. Just coming on to play some songs. If anybody's out there, play you guys some songs. If anybody wants to make some requests, feel free to make some requests. I'm going to play a song called Hard-Headed Woman. And I just came out here to put some time on the table. I figured I'd stream it. Why not? All right, let's start with I'll do this one. This is a song called Hard-Headed Woman by Cat Stevens. And I used to play this song all the time. And it guided me quite well, I think. So we'll give it a try here. It's been a while, but I ran through it earlier today, and it was really nice to kind of remember the song and think about how it impacted my life and the words and how cool it was that I was singing this song at an early age. I'm looking for a hard-headed woman, one who will take me for myself. And if I find my hard-headed woman, I won't need nobody else, no. I'm looking for a hard-headed woman, one who will make me do my best. And if I find my hard-headed woman, I know the rest of my life will be blessed, yes. Well, I know a lot of fancy dancers, people who can glide you on a floor. They move so smooth but have no answers when you ask, why'd you come here for? Why? I know many fine feathered friends, but their friendliness depends on how you do. They know many surefire ways to find out the one who pays and how you do. Well, I'm looking for a hard-headed so good. And if I find my hard-headed woman, I know my life will be as it should, yes. I'm looking for a hard-headed woman, one who'll make me do my best. And if I find my hard-headed woman, I'm gonna tune up a little bit real quick. I recommend that song to anybody. It's a Cat Stevens song. Recommend that song to anybody to put it in your playlist and listen to it a bunch of times. I feel like, if you find songs with good messages, a lot of times you're driving somewhere, or I don't know, anytime you have a chance to put on a song, anytime you're going to put on music, might as well put on a music with a good message, because it gets in there. You listen to the same thing enough times, it gets in your brain one way or the other, whether you're aware of it or not, and better that it's a good message. Let's try let's try a little bit of that's a little bit too slow. Too slow. Let's pick it up. Pick the pace. There we go. Don't be a poor man in your mind, for what you imagine you will find. Don't be a jealous man in your mind, for what you steal will steal your time. Don't be a careless man in your mind, one day your cares will leave you behind. Big picture, try to see the big picture. Big picture, try to see the big picture. Don't be a sad man all the time. Even on the darkest days, the sun still shines. Don't be a guilty man in your mind. Boldly be yourself and you'll do fine. Big picture, try to see the big picture. Try to see the big picture. Generous man in his mind looks inside to his heart, and he tries to look inside to your heart, and you'll find big picture. Try to see the big picture. Big picture. Try to see the big picture. All right. Hey, that's one of the things I'm excited about this table for is stuff like that. That's my second time moving through that song on this table, and I feel like that's pretty good. I'll be excited to listen back to it. There's little tricks that I need to learn how to do, like implementing the bass, and I think that overall strategies on how you build songs when you're looping just need to be a little bit different. And I think actually you need to stretch songs out a little bit, but not too much. I mean, the whole goal, although I didn't get into looping for a long time, and the main reason I didn't get into looping was because when I saw people looping, it's like you'd see people out on an open mic or whatnot. This was, I don't know, years ago when kind of started seeing it more. You would have to wait for people to build up these tracks. And shout out again, as I do fairly often, there's this guy called Matt Bolton. His name is Matt Bolton, and he's a looping artist that streams all the time on YouTube and all that. Dude is the gold standard of looping, in my book, or in my opinion. He's the gold standard of looping, and so he's my inspiration because he shows how possible it is to make full mix songs on the fly and make them feel so dynamic. And so that's the goal. And there's different strategies. So if anybody's interested in the sort of technical aspects of looping, I've been learning quite a bit about it. And I think one of the main things is you want to start with a drum beat. And so you kind of got to have that drum beat in your head. Because the best thing you can do is just start with a drum beat, because you can loop the drum beat in like half of a measure or a quarter of a measure. And as long as you get the tempo and the loop done right, then you can build everything off of that. And so you don't make people wait. That's the whole goal with the looping, or the whole, as I used to see it, the problem with looping is that anybody doing looping made your audience wait as you just layered and layered and layered, and maybe the first time you see it, it's really exciting, but the second time you see it, you're like, all right, I don't need to see you build all these loops again. And so that's the trick with it, is trying to dial in techniques and your skill with how quickly you can get to different buttons, or just your strategy about how you're using the technology to make sure you don't make people wait, that there's always a new development that feels authentic and live. And so anyway, that was big picture, and I feel like even the ability to switch from to give a new texture is pretty cool. What do I got here? Oh, what's up? Oh, we got some people on here, but I don't know why. I've got this. I set it up where I thought. Let me do this. Overlays. Where it's supposed to be. I thought it was just going to automatically update. Close your eyes and you won't know he's looping. Yeah, exactly. No, you won't. You really won't. He's insane. What's up, Sarah? What's up, DW? All right, so I don't know if I'm still Sarah, if you're still on here, but I can demo this for you. And so you can't really see the table too well, but you can see there's a piano, there's keys. I didn't set up the keys actually right now. I've got the piano ready, and I could do some classical. What's up, Chuck? Hey, I don't know if your band would be interested in this. Maybe you would be interested in this for some time, but I'm I don't know. Now that I'm setting up this loop table, I'm reworking my whole studio. I'm rearranging the whole studio, and I'm thinking that I'm going to be doing Mic Club, where I have people come over, and we just kind of have jam sessions, jam nights. Like maybe I'm trying to decide if it would be once a week or once a month. I probably have to go with once a month, but now that I've got this loop table kind of all set up, I've moved all the rest of my stuff, like the computer that I used to have in here. I've moved it all out, and I'm basing everything that I'm doing now around this table. I just put as much time as I possibly can in on this thing. All right, so you have the piano, and I don't have the Bluetooth harmonica set up, but I can maybe do that pretty quick. Let me get the keys set up here. This will take 5 seconds. All right, so we got these celestial voices. All right, and then I guess I'll try to set this. The Bluetooth harmonica is in the bag. Where's the bag? The bag is somewhere else, but I can just say this. It's maybe you've seen before. I've got a Bluetooth harmonica, which is basically a harmonica that connects, through Bluetooth to the computer, and then through that I'm able to play instruments like this one. And I might be able to just do this with the keyboard. So we put the output audio out, and we'll go settings MIDI, and we've got the keyboard ready. Now I just need to make sure expression is up, and I think and I don't have the pedals set up right now, but you can do stuff like this. And all right, so that gives you an idea of like the different sounds. And I've got flute, saxophone, strings, violin, tuba, I think. I don't know, some different ones, clarinet. Main ones I use are saxophone, trombone, like a French horn sometimes. But the Bluetooth harmonica allows you to kind of control it, and then I could do that hands-free. But let's see. Let's just do this one. This is one I know pretty well. Sometimes you're crazy and you wonder why. I'm such a baby, yeah, the dolphins make me cry. There's nothing I can do. Been looking for a girl like you. You look at me, got nothing left to say. I'll only pout at you till I get my way. You won't dance, you won't sing. Just wanna love you, but you wanna wear my ring. There's nothing I can do. I only wanna be with you. Nothing I can do. Still gotta work out some details. But on a little Dylan, sitting on a fence. Say that line is great, ask me what I meant by it. Said I shot a man named Gray, took his wife to Italy. She inherited $1 million, and when she died, it came to me. Can't help it if I'm lucky. I only wanna be with you. You can call me your fool. I only wanna be with you. Yeah, I'm tangled up in blue. I only wanna be with you, yeah. I only wanna be with you, yeah. I only wanna be with you. I only wanna be with you. Sometimes I wonder if it'll ever end. You get so mad at me when I go out with my friends. Sometimes you're crazy and you wonder why. I'm such a baby, yeah, the dolphins make me cry. There's nothing I can do. I only wanna be with you. You can call me your fool. I only wanna be with you. Yeah, I'm tangled up in blue. I only wanna be with you, yeah. I only wanna be with you, yeah. I only wanna be with you, yeah. Only wanna be with you. All right. Let's see. What's up, Kurt? I need a bass line for that. The bass line I've got for that is basic. Let's put it that way. All right, Sarah, if you're still there, I'll demo a little bit of this. I can play a little bit of piano. I don't know if you guys would want this, but I'll at least throw this out there so you can see that it's possible. All right. push this out of the way a little bit. All right, what are we gonna do? Sorry, I knocked the camera over. I need to move the cable. Here we go. There we go. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. Here we go. Yeah. I played that too fast. that was a little too fast. I don't know. It's hot in here. I don't have the AC on, and the heat's a little bit getting to my head. I think I was trying to play a little bit too fast. I don't know. Sometimes some days I can play it faster than others. That was a little bit sloppy, to be honest. All right, here's another. Thanks, DW. See you next time. I don't know if Sarah, I don't know if you're still there, but here's another one. This is one maybe that's more like that song. It's got a little bit of a dark feeling. It's like a little spooky, but it's beautiful. And I've played it a number of times, like out at the city market or whatnot, and it really works in certain certain atmospheres. I've also played it once where the staff of the restaurant told me to stop playing elevator music, which I didn't take too well, to be honest. But this one might know. It's called the Claire de Lune. Yeah, that one's an insane piece, Kurt. Yeah. Freaking love that piece. It's I don't think I've heard Lemire. So yeah, Sarah, at least some of the I could do some of the piano. So the idea is set up this table in that spot where you would have the DJ, or if I guess I'm DJing. So where that spot is, I can just set this table up there, and then I can do everything from this. I can do my acoustic stuff with the harmonica, um, and then I will be able to DJ from this too. In the long run, I'll have to do whether I'm using source of DJing. Like I think this program is through the laptop, or you can have hardware. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go for the hardware option because it wouldn't be bad for me to have that on the table. Although the table is getting pretty heavy. But and on that note, I want to share some. Well, I got some folks. So as you can see, I've got like a scoreboard up here. Yeah. You can see like I've got different things going on. Tell me if these things are annoying, by the way. If anybody I worked on this text stuff that you see that pops up kind of on a timer. I worked on some of that stuff today. I've got a little TV that's mounted on the front of the table that shows this same screen. And yeah, Kurt, yeah, Sarah's daughter. I mean, I guess you probably see that on the Facebook messages. But yeah, Sarah's daughter's getting married. So yeah, if the text popping up is, I'm curious if you guys find that annoying or not. If it's like distracting but the idea here is like I've got like a little TV that's mounted on the table in the front, and I'm using that as signage. And so the stream itself is broadcast through that TV as well. And so there's different things like if I, oops, wrong thing. Like I've got a little iPad that's mounted there where people can kind of come up and sign up for the newsletter, and if they sign up, then I hit the subscribe button. If they tip something, I've got like 6 different buttons for tips. And that tracks the tips. If they tip 20, sorry, that's kind of annoying. And that was if they tip 20. And then that gets them to spin the wheel. They could spin the wheel, which I think is this. I'm going to put a ship wheel on the table because it's, knowing the space arc. Which, by the way, I'll throw this out there because it cut this out of my last stream that I did. I might be the only one that finds this amazing or interesting, but so knowing the space arc, the name came when I formed a band about 3 years ago, and that was the name of the band. And I started playing. I tried to form a band. I worked really hard on trying to find people and pull people together, and it was not working out. In life, and maybe with bands in particular, there's a lot of things that just they're only going to happen in their own timing. You can't force it. You can't make it happen. So I worked really hard on it. Was something I wanted to do. And then when I basically given up is when it happened. And then these people kind of just approached me about wanting to play. I wasn't so sure about it at the beginning, but I was like, you know what? I'm tired of looking, so let's just give it a try. And it kind of worked out. It turned into a 3-year-long thing. And the lead guitarist, his name is Brett Weller, he came up with the name. He just kind of coined it one time in a practice. He just kind of came to it. He's like, what about Noah and the Space Ark? And I love the Noah and the Ark story. I grew up with it, and people always tell me, like, where'd you park your boat, Noah? That kind of thing. And I don't know. I always liked it because I like the story of Noah. And I don't know, and that in a lot of ways, I guess that's kind of the point of names. But I feel like I modeled myself a lot after that Bible story, and that's kind of the way I like to think of myself. Is I don't know. That's what I was named after, and I definitely paid a lot of attention to that as I kind of figured out who I wanted to be in the world, who I was, and so the name Knowing the Space Ark was a perfect fit. I loved it. I ran with it. I went out and bought a robe. The robe's on the studio wall here, and I'm sure I look crazy. I grew out a beard, and then I was wearing a robe, this like tan, robe to gigs. Played some really interesting gigs in that robe, and I don't know. I love it. You got to be theatrical a little bit and try things out, and so that's how the name came about. It was actually for the band, and as a band name, maybe it didn't make complete sense because it's like a space ark is an inanimate object. A lot of times when people make band names, they say like Jerry and the Two Tones or something, or the Two Tones are the other band members, and it's kind of weird to think of other band members as a space ark. Anyway, long story short, full circle to now, the band split up because one of the bandmates had a bunch of surgeries that were going to put him out of commission for almost a year, and another bandmate ended up having to move to Houston for a job relocation. And the timing, it's just the way it worked out. And we accomplished a lot as a band. I was really hopeful we were going to accomplish a lot more. So it was definitely a sad day when that is kind of the direction that needed to happen. But what's amazing is leading to here with this loop table, an ARC, the acronym ARC is Audio Routing Kit. And that's an actual sound terminology, and that's basically what this literally is. It is an audio routing kit. So much of what I'm doing with this loop table, it's all about routing. And it's insane. It's like engineering level stuff. You have to, the kind of problems that are created by routing the audio signal in different directions, you have to think very, very carefully about how you're routing all this stuff to get it to work the way you want it to. This is literally an audio routing kit. And the word space on the front of it makes absolute sense too, because I've got a cellular router on the top, or that's also on the table, so I can live stream from anywhere. So live streaming is like sending this stuff into space. I don't know if it quite goes to outer space yet, but at least it goes into the world, the space of the world, shoots across whatever these signals are all around the world. People in China can listen to it, people wherever, right? That's the way the internet works. And so it literally, pretty much, as far as I can conceive, it literally is a space ark. And so it's more than just, the story, Noah and the ark, which I love that too, but the fact that the two of those things come together, I think, is incredible. So anyway, I don't know if that bored y'all to death, but I think that's some of the more interesting stuff to me. So, all right, let's see. I think I'll do one more song here. Trying to think what it would be. I'll do one with harmonica. Why not? Yeah. Let's do I'll do Harvest Moon, because that's just a good piano one, or good harmonica one. Later, Kurt. Hey, we gotta start that again because my E string has gone out of tune a little bit there. Let's tune up because we want to end this on a good tuning. just like children sleeping. We could dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising. Let's go dancing in the light. You know when the music's playing, let's go out and feel the night. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. And when we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. I wanna celebrate. See it shining in your eyes. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. Yeah, that you can't go wrong with Harvest Moon. I love that song. It's such a sweet song. Thanks, you guys. What's up, Ingrid? How's it going? How's your little one? Strings keep wanting to go out of tune. I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna do one more song. I'm gonna do "The Lighthouse Tale," which is a Nickel Creek song. I did "Hard-Headed Woman" earlier, which I really enjoyed playing that one as well. But I'm really enjoying this song, "Lighthouse's Tale." I'm going to. I will be there. Yeah, this song, yeah, "Lighthouse Tale." I'll play it. It's a sad story. but I don't know. I just really really like it. I don't like it because it's sad. There's something else in it. I don't know. It's a really cool song. So let's just play it. I am a lighthouse, worn by the weather and the waves. I keep my lamp lit to warn the sailors on their way. I'll tell a story, paint you a picture from my past. I was so happy, the joy in this life seldom lasts. I had a keeper, he helped me warn the ships at sea. We had grown closer till his joy meant everything to me. And he was to marry a girl who shone with beauty and light. And they loved each other, and with me watched the sunsets into night. And the waves crashing around me, the sand slips out to the sea. And the winds that blow remind me of what has been and what can never be. She had to leave us, a keeper he prayed for a safe return. But when the night came, the weather to a raging storm had turned. He watched his ship fight, but in vain, against the wild and terrible wave. In me so helpless, was dashed against the rocks, she met her end. And the waves crashing around me, the sand slips out to the sea. And the winds that blow remind me of what has been and what can never be. Then on the next day, a keeper found her washed up on the shore. He kissed her cold face, that they'd be together soon, he swore. I saw him crying, watched as he buried her in the sand. And then he climbed my tower, and all imagine me here and the waves crashing around me. The sand slips out to the sea, and the winds that blow remind me of what has been and what can never be. I am a lighthouse, worn by the weather and the waves. And though I am empty, still warn the sailors on their way. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for hanging around. Thanks for listening to the songs. Hope you guys enjoyed those songs. Yeah, I love that song, the Lighthouse Tale, because it. Well, I'll just briefly say, I'll try to how it how I feel about it. It's like I feel, and maybe this comes through in the playing. I guess maybe it does. I hope it does. The there's all these for me, some of the most interesting parts, which is unique to me. But most of the time when I sing songs, a lot of the interesting parts to me are the lyrics. When I'm going through different words and I have the opportunity, it's one of the really cool things about being a musician or being a singer, is that you get to go through these songs that are carefully crafted, by people that dedicate their lives to it, and you get to go through them over and over again and try to feel how you can relate to them and how you can understand them. And they teach you things. You learn a lot from performing. You learn a lot from the songs themselves, just as much as you learn from learning how to perform and how to interact with the audience or how to make your music impactful or whatever. You also just learn on a personal level because you go through emotional experiences. You learn from these songs. But what was unique about this song for me is that the parts that are sort of the most meaningful to me, or maybe equally or maybe more meaningful, are the musical parts in between the lyrics. Like the lyrics kind of set up those sections, but those sections, each instrumental section, even though it's exactly the same in terms of the chords and the notes I'm playing on the harmonica, each section is so significantly different in terms of what the emotion is. And for me, as I'm moving through that song, you go through this journey of the lighthouse. You're singing it from the perspective of the lighthouse. And the lighthouse gets to have this wonderful experience where he meets the keeper of the lighthouse. The lighthouse gets to, watch the keeper. And then he gets to watch this love story unfold where the keeper meets his lover. And he watches this love story unfold. And then and so there's excitement and joy in this melody of the lighthouse. And then the lover goes off on the ship, and the ship crashes, and she dies, and then there's mourning. It's a scary tragedy. It's a dramatic tragedy, and there's probably anger and rage or sadness, all those kinds of things, and then she washes up on the shore, and there's the peace of. He has to make a peace with the situation. but it's deeply tragic, right? Because he jumps off the lighthouse. But there's also, it's almost like, at least when I'm experiencing it and singing it, I feel that the lighthouse, as sad as it is, the lighthouse finds some joy or finds some meaning and purpose, and that he can reunite these two. That their love story was so profound that he understands, and the lighthouse understands, and the lighthouse can at least assist in this purpose. And then the last part is the lighthouse is now alone, and the lighthouse. And so that instrumental part before the last section, it's kind of like the lighthouse is. There's a peace there. There's a sad conclusion, a resting kind of state, and it needs to be quiet, and it needs to be sort of sad but meditative and peaceful, something along those lines. And then the lighthouse is alone, and has just experienced this incredible story and journey and love and tragedy, but the lighthouse is still standing, but now is alone, and may never experience that story again. And I think it's something that probably everybody can relate to, But regardless of that, the lighthouse takes solace in that he can tell this story, and he can tell because he's experienced both things. He can tell the story that it's worth to love. It's worth it. It's like he can warn of the dangers. He can. I'm saying that the lighthouse is a guy. That's because I'm the lighthouse for now. But it's the last section is a warning, but it's also a triumph, and it's a warning of the perils that are real in the world, but it's a triumph of that love is greater than it all, and so yeah, I don't know that song, and then that song to me too. I know I said I was going to keep it short, and I never can, but to me too, that song is really special as a musician. I think it's, if you have any musicians in your life, I would recommend them to learn that song, because in a lot of ways we are the lighthouse, because we get to be that. We get to be the lighthouse, a spiritual or metaphorical lighthouse, worn by the weather and the waves. And though we might feel empty, especially for musicians, if you do it for a while, you can, there's an often talked about thing that happens beyond just music, but burnout. A lot of the settings that we play music in, particularly like bars and restaurants, they can kind of grind you, and it can feel vapid or void of meaning. That you still, regardless of how you're maybe received or whether you're able to be effective, it doesn't take away that you are that lighthouse, and so I think that's it's a really nice reminder for musicians, and so I would recommend to any musicians to learn that, put it in your set, even just as something you could sing for yourself. And I've actually found that a lot of people, that when I play that out, they it's a meaningful song to audiences as well. So I don't know. That's the lighthouse song, and my little spiel about it. So thank you guys for tuning in. Sarah, if you have any questions, let me know. I should say, this loop table, I kind of demoed a little bit of, I can create this full band feeling. This loop table is pretty brand new. I put some time into it like a year ago. I built an earlier version of this and put some time into it, so I'm not like a novice. But if you have any reservations, or if what I was able to do with bringing the full band kind of music to life, you feel like, it's not quite there, I feel quite confident that by next November, I will be really good at it. It's going to take a little time. There's like little things that just need to be refined, and certain things I need to sort out strategically, and then it'll come together. If you want to look at who I aspire to be. I won't reach his level because it's like trying to catch up somebody's age. He's always going to keep getting better. Look up Matt Bolton, and you'll see what I'm going for, and you'll see what's possible. And I think I'm not too far from being able to do what he does at an acceptable level. So I'll be able to do that. I think that the ability to shift into adding some bass and adding some drums, and I've also got to develop all my songs to the table. That's a huge part of it. Is the arrangements need to be reworked, and all that. So that's going to take some time, but I've got some time to do it. Yeah. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks everybody that tuned in tonight. Looking forward to doing more live streams like this, and I'll be at the City Market on Friday. As long as the weather is all right, which I think it's going to be. And if you want to come in person and throw something in the tip bucket and press one of these buttons, we can pick up a piece of merch and get this video played for you. That's it for me tonight, you guys. See you next time. I'll be doing this again, live streaming on Friday, and then I'll be at the City Market again next weekend. And my goal is to be doing this table basically all the time. I've got a wedding on Saturday, and something else I think next Friday. But eventually I'm going to be trying to do just this loop table. That's all I do. So I'll hopefully just be online. I'll live stream all of it. And the goal is with these camera angles that you can watch the audience. I've got, 3 different camera shots, and I'll have this one that's on me is the 360. When I go out live, it'll be the 360 camera, so you can kind of see everywhere as well. You can watch the audience. You can interact. You can tell me to do things. You could make song requests. You can tell me to say something to an audience member maybe, or if you want me to give a sticker to a certain audience member that looks like they're, you could say, hey, that person looks like they're enjoying it. Go give them, they need a sticker. I don't know. You can help me out to notice things more. Sometimes I get caught up in the music, but thanks, you guys. See you next time. Peace out.